How do I introduce this? This is a weird video to start. I have this all planned out, except I don't have the beginning planned out.
Well, we are the Crystal Gems, and we're gonna find a way to talk about this show. Hey,
You wanna introduce yourself? I don't think anyone on my channel knows who you are.
well, I mean, I am hugely popular in Finland and Switzerland. My name is the Rarest Gino. I have millions of subscribers and fangirls around the world. It's okay. You probably already know me. Don't blush too much.
Yeah, but you're probably on your alt account. I'll probably put your alt account in the description accidentally, but
Oh
uh,
yeah, I only have like 20 subscribers on that one, but
it,
it's
it
what.
wouldn't be hard to find you like with your what is it, 15 million now? Like 16 million?
Yeah, it's almost to 20, but yeah, who's counting?
This is the final. This is just like a podcast, I guess. This is the final nail in the coffin for me making Steven Universe content. This is the last thing I'm gonna make. I feel like it would be nice to do this because this is gonna be a long video.
It should be the thumbnail should literally be Steven's corpse in a grave and us standing by it.
You want to draw that? Because I don't know if I can.
Sure, I can fart that out in like half an hour.
Yeah, if it's not clear, I'm done with Crystal Sins. I'm not making any more of those. I'm so tired of it, and no one wants to watch anymore. So like, yeah.
Did you enjoy making them like at the beginning? Like, was
I
it kind of
did,
fun?
yeah. It was. I think it was mostly like just that rush of getting like numbers, getting large numbers on videos, and I still like that. There's like a euphoria to like uploading a video and seeing like the fucking view count go up in real time.
It
But
probably feels like kind of like a justification if you've spent
yeah,
like a
I
lot of time on
I
it
spend
too.
a lot of time like for Crystal Sins I don't, but for fucking like for a review, I've been working on a review. I won't say what it is yet, but I've been working on one for
My
on.
Little Pony.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've been working on one on and off, and I feel like if I upload it and it just gets like 100 views, I'm gonna be kind of sad.
For me specifically in my 20 million subscriber YouTube channel, I like just being able to get it done, and it feels nice when it like YouTube isn't a little bitch and actually lets me upload it without like taking down my video and like fucking copyrights not
Oh yeah,
striking but like banning or whatever.
yeah. Steven Universe, man. A lot of people in the comments of Crystal Sins. I get this more in my Undertale video where people like hate on me for disliking something, but Steven Universe is a show I like, and people still hate on me for like pointing out the flaws.
Yeah, like yeah, they think. I feel like people have this misconception that just because they like it has to like it. Obviously, it's good if you like it, but like I like things that are objectively bad. Like I fucking love High School of the Dead, but come on, it's not quality.
I like Avatar, the Blue People Avatar.
Yeah,
I mentioned that earlier today, but like people fucking hate that movie, and I like it.
yeah, like it's a fun movie, but objectively, it's not a very great film.
But again, I don't have to like every fucking element of it, and I don't get why like people think I have to be black and white about my opinion about something.
Yeah, Steven like Steven Universe is the shittiest show that I still love.
Yeah,
But I like it enough to admit, it kind of sucks
yeah.
just a
What
little bit.
what kept you watching? Cause what kept me watching was the fucking lore, like the world
Oh
building and shit.
yeah, definitely the lore and just like I was around like 13 or 14 when like new episodes and shit was coming out, and I was still in that infatuation kind of phase where like I literally like it's what got me into like digital drawing and still like drawing and shit. Like I literally would like not trace, but I do that thing where I'd like try to like match the style, and I had a Steven Universe Amino for a while. I don't know if my account is still up, but
Oh,
I literally have like the shittiest like pencil fucking baby drawings on there. Oh
oh.
man,
So Mino's still a thing. I like remember the ads for it, but I got on it once and then I never touched it again.
dude, it's still a thing, and it's so fucking depressing because like I remember being in the Steven Universe community, like the Amino, and it was like, man, like 60,000 users, like at once, like in a day, you know, like live, like people in there. I went on it now; it's like 10. It's so depressing. Ever since the show ended, it's like a ghost town. It's so awful.
Oh. Yeah, but you want to know who that one of those 10 people is? You want to take a big guess?
Ostrich cocks.
Yeah, Ostrich Cox.
Man. I remember watching. I used to really like his videos when I was like 13, 14 or whatever. Just because I was so it's not even because of like his content. It was like I was so obsessed with Steven Universe. I just wanted to like. You ever have those things like when you're around sort of that age where you like really like something, you want to just consume all of its media?
I had that. Like, I had that with Steven Universe too, but I had it more for the game Portal, where I was like, I want to learn like as much lore as possible, and I kept watching like fucking lore interpretation videos of that game, and it's like
all these fan theories and stuff too, and like
I think that's what it boils down to, is I'm just a sucker for lore. I love like weird like worlds that are built from the ground up and shit.
I really like appreciate that too. Like I'm the exact same way with, especially like right now I'm trying, like I'm kind of like making a show concept like based on that, because I really wanted to, like, it is kind of challenging too, like it has to be like make a world from the ground up, like all this shit, like you have to give it like history and fucking culture and all this shit.
I think that's part of the reason I like Avatar too. You know, there's like a Bible-sized like fucking book about the lore of that fucking world.
Oh yeah.
That makes me sad to like know how wasted the potential was for that fucking movie.
Oh yeah. Literally, like some people love that movie so much they I don't want to say the word because I don't know like what I can go with. They game ended themselves because they couldn't go to Pandora. Like, yeah.
It's pretty. That's a little extreme, but like I would want to go to that world. It seems like a cool place to go, except for the fact that it's like tribal people who would probably kill you immediately
and eat you and fucking scalp you. Yeah, I really wish they would show like actual like people like creatures, like, because I'm gonna be honest, if I went there, they'd probably fucking murder me and then you know wear my skin and shit. That's what actually happened on one of those planets because they don't know what you are. You look like a freaky creature. They want to kill you.
Yeah, I fucking love world building though, and I've done it a ton in like I play a lot of Dungeons and Dragons, and it just gives me, as the dungeon master, I can fucking build my own world and let my players experience it.
Oh, whoa, Wes, leave some ladies for the rest of us, huh?
Come on here. Yeah, it's good.
Hey, ladies, he's available, so just letting you know, Dungeon Master.
Anyway, that kind of works into the fact that like everyone playing though is like learning my lore from their own perspective, which kind of boils down into how shitty that works in Steven Universe, where it's Steven's point of view.
Yeah, it's Steven Universe it feels like it would probably work out a lot better if it didn't like focus solely on Steven. Ironically enough.
Yeah, like a show named after the character it would be better without that character in half the episodes.
I feel like in a lot of the shows, like a lot of shows that I like and that are usually successful, like they like the main character is more of like a vessel to like show the world.
Yeah,
like they're developed and everything, but they act more as like a guide, and sometimes we branch off from them to just see how other things work there. You know, like that's what I love about Avatar. Like not the blue people, but the Arrowhead guy. Yeah, Airbender. Yeah, I love how like they literally develop Zuko and Iroh to the point where you actually kind of want them to succeed at some points.
I love shit like that, where you have your main character. Of course, Aang in Avatar is the main character, but like you can have a fucking Zuko episode. And,
and some of the best ones are Zuko episodes, like Zuko alone.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite episode of that show.
Oh man, like, and also. That is one of those, like, excluding Legend of Korra, which does it okay, but I don't really like. I liked how Avatar kind of handled its more like spiritual aspects, you know, like the world building with like spirits and shit. Yeah. But like, I don't know, I just appreciated that a lot more. how Korra does it per se.
Yeah. Imagine, okay, going back to Steven Universe, imagine an episode, you know how, like, Peridot gets stranded? She's just on her own. Imagine an
Yeah,
episode where it's just her, like, fucking just trying to navigate, like, anywhere on Earth without her, like, equipment and shit.
that
That
sounds great.
that sounds great, and it seems like such a, like, missed opportunity because for whatever reason the show staff decided we need it to be Steven's point of view.
Yeah,
What's
and
the
they literally give themselves golden concepts like Lars in space, like stealing shit and going like they literally set up all these cool scenarios through exposition. Like I want to see that shit. I don't want to fucking
Yeah.
focus on Steven's fat ass.
It's such a yeah, it's like a show don't tell thing, but they just like they show a little bit and then it fucking blue balls you.
Yeah, it completely it tickles your balls but doesn't deliver. I mean, come on.
What's the justification for it being Steven's point of view? What advantages did that have?
I think that might have been how Rebecca kind of pitched it or something, and like new writers came on and they introduced these ideas, but I gotta go do something real quick.
All right, I'll just keep
I'll be
recording.
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Steven's fat. I think that's the worst problem.
Yeah, that's really what it boils down to. Fat diabetic eats donuts every morning.
Yeah. But yeah, I think the justification just is the fact that that's probably what it was pitched as, is just his perspective.
Yeah, which is like that seems like such a bad idea though. Like even for any show really.
It really cripples it. Like it really like makes it just like it doesn't let it expand the idea at least.
Because a show inherently, unless you're hardcore Henry, is a third person like like you're looking into this world.
Yeah.
But Steven Universe tries to make it like you're looking through his eyes, which is I don't know how.
I kind of ended up like I didn't really like Steven. Like just like solely as like he's a fine character, but he doesn't work as it just being him. He's not multifaceted enough. He's just two-dimensional. That only works for a character that's like very heavily like morally like something like you can inspect, you know, like something I wouldn't mind like dissecting, you know.
Steven doesn't seem to act like a kid, you know,
Yeah.
like any logical kid, he's like what, 11 in season 1 or whatever.
Yeah.
Like any 11-year-old, if he's starting to learn about this fucking like superpower shit, literally any kid that age would start asking like, "Oh, what's this mean? What just any questions about like what the fuck is happening to your body, like alien puberty."
Whoa, no, you wouldn't. You would just eat donuts and make crazy meme references. Whoa. That's what I did when I was 11. I didn't ask any questions. Yeah, and like, yeah. Also, you would kind of be like a little like you kind of get. I feel like kids would get like on a high horse, or like I've never seen like Steven, or at least I've never seen it done right. I've never seen him like act out like a kid would. He's always like a saint in everything he does.
And if he's acting out, it's always because someone else is being like an asshole and unjustified.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the episode where his dad was like faking a broken leg because he wanted to spend time. He's like his dad's like a dickhead for not telling the truth, but like just I don't fucking know.
And that time, like all of his basically surrogate mothers like dumped all their emotional baggage on him.
Yeah. When Amethyst turned into his mom for no reason.
To harass his grieving father.
Yeah, to harass. That was a good episode.
Oh man, that would be a great episode if they would have handled it a little bit better. Maybe they would have fucking that like I don't know. I feel like
if they didn't resolve it by like saying, "Oh, I'm gonna clean your garage and make up for it," for like, no, you gotta have that kind of sit. There are other things in that show that like heavy moments that like lasted for a couple episodes afterwards, and like, why didn't they do that with that episode?
It could just be like a maybe a time thing. I don't what really what happened after that episode. I don't really remember.
It was Amethyst and Steven's dad hanging out and like watching a show, and then like
a little butler, yeah,
and then something about like Greg was like, "Yeah, I need to go. I don't want to hang out anymore because it's like we're turning back into our old slob selves."
Yeah.
And then Amethyst is like, I'm gonna transform into your dead wife because you'd want to spend more time with me.
That's kind of fucked up, but like, listen, like, kind of cool with it, and he just let her stay like that for a while.
That would be kind of that would be
Wouldn't that be
weird. That would actually
fucked up?
make it a more interesting episode, I think.
Yo, wouldn't
Like,
it be like, you're perfect?
ugh.
Just let her stay like that for a while.
But then like fucking both of them are having like conflicted thoughts or whatever. That'd be a good
Yeah,
that would have been a lot better. I feel like you ever have a show that you want to just like take the reins from the beginning and just redo it
yeah.
yourself.
Oh,
That's what I want to do here.
yeah. There's a lot of things you feel like you really want to do with Steven Universe, at least,
Yeah. You know what I wouldn't
especially with the diamonds and stuff.
Yeah. What I would have avoided if I had full control, I wouldn't have. Did you know this that Steven Universe rather than hiring writers like script writers, they would hire storyboard artists to
To
write the
write,
episodes.
are you serious?
Yeah, it's you're all right. Did I
I
just
just
blow your
fucking choked
mind?
on water. It was that and the fact that water just went down my lungs.
Oh,
That fucking hurt. But no, they did not.
they I swear they didn't hire proper writers. They would actually board the episodes before like the dialogue was written. And I think that's like one of the most disastrous things in the fucking production.
But half of it, like half of what makes some story oh sorry, fuck.
You
Half of
know,
what makes some like storyboard like half of what a storyboard artist is like interpreting the script and trying to turn that into a visual scene, isn't it?
yeah, and I think they tried to like cut out the fucking
Middleman.
first step. They just made the storyboard artist just come up with stories.
I would hate that if I was actually a storyboard artist because
Yeah.
like I was hired on as an artist, not really a writer.
Hmm.
Like an interpreter. Like I can show what would happen through like somebody's writing.
I kind of want to look that up. Hold on.
Yeah, but like yeah, the worst part about Steven Universe, the thing that really makes me frustrated about watching it is just the fact that like it really has like so much potential.
Yeah. Kind of what the whole like what pisses me off about it boils down to is that there's missed opportunities at every turn.
Yeah,
Uh,
like
let me.
man. Oh, this is like a minor thing that I kind of wanted to touch on, but it, I already hate the arc, you know, the Connie arc where she just doesn't talk to him for no reason
Hmm.
because like he sacrificed himself even though he's trying to save his family and friends. And suddenly he's an asshole for that. But it's the fact I weirdly I don't like the fact that like Connie kind of took his lion. I know that's such a weird.
That's fucked up. That's like
Yeah,
taking, like you break up with your boyfriend and you fucking like a girl breaks up with her boyfriend and she just fucking takes his dog.
yeah, but like
That's fucked up.
yeah, and imagine this. Imagine that it was your dead mom's dog
Yeah.
that she took. Like that's the last
That's like
part of
the
his mom that he really has.
the only thing you have to remember her by, and it's fucking gone.
But no, Wes, you don't understand. Steven Universe is perfect. It's great. It just doesn't get any better.
Yeah, what a fantastic show.
Remember that time they teased the idea of Garnet and Peridot fusing, but then just didn't?
Yeah, again, fucking wasted opportunities. Oh, you know what else pisses me off about the storyboard artists and the storyboard artists and writers are the same thing. Like they're just writing on top of storyboards. It's fucking disastrous. It's kind of interesting that not many people know that, but like
I
the
did.
fact that there's no proper showrunner throughout the whole, you know how like every show kind of needs like one dude to kind of to rein it all in, or like
Steer the ship a little.
yeah, like they gotta like pull everyone back together when they start going off. There was no proper like showrunner, and I think that's consistent with a lot of cartoons.
Yeah.
That like there's no like one person to like kind of to like keep everything consistent, and that ended up making like the animation really inconsistent too.
Oh, that yeah, like characters would be like 3 times smaller for no reason just
Yeah,
because they drew them differently.
and like I don't fucking know. Like certain episodes, Amethyst is shorter than Steven. Certain episodes, she's taller than him. It's like, come
Yeah.
on, dude.
sometimes Paradise like 3 inches tall. And that really annoyed me when I was even like when I was like still watching the new ones. It was like the episode right after they went to the cluster, and she was like they were like talking about it. Her hair was huge. Why was it so big?
And people like make fun of people for like complaining that the hair's too big. Oh, a big complaint. But it is a big complaint because like the artistic integrity is just gone. Like I don't even want to sugarcoat it. That's just how it is.
And usually, like, people get made fun of for that when it's something, like, like, super, super small, like, something minute that nobody would notice. Everybody who's, like, watched the show would notice that, like, on that. I'm sure everybody did when they first watched that. Like, her hair's fucking huge for no reason. Yeah. Just because they couldn't, they have model sheets. I don't know why they don't keep that, like each model sheet, the fucking...
Oh, you want to know something funny?
What?
They made new model sheets every episode.
Jesus Christ, why?
I know, right?
That's so stupid.
Oh, I think each storyboard artist made their own like fucking model sheet to use, so there's no. Oh my, yeah, it's so fucking disastrous.
Why would they do that?
I don't know, dude. I'm gonna look this up too.
The thing, I completely believe that too. Like, fuck. God damn. Yeah. I have a lot of respect for like Rebecca Sugar and her work and stuff, but like at a certain point, you got to admit what some stuff is shit, you know?
Yeah. Do you have respect for that Ed Nettie Yowie that she made? Because that's probably her best work.
I have full respect for that. I think that's pretty fucking cool. I don't. Was it her or I think it was her who made like fan art of like Invader Zim, like her as like a Princess Leia character getting saved by Dib.
She really is like one of those Tumblr like I want to fucking fangirl over every show kind of thing. Like
dude, this is exactly what happens when they make a show.
Yeah.
And the thing, oh man, that sucks that it has potential too. I really wish it was just bad because like I really like Steven Universe, so I hate it when it's shit.
Mm-hmm.
It was right on top of your head, and then it just ran off, grew like away.
Ed and Eddie, like on a serious note, the creator of that show, this is something I really like when that creators do. The creator of Ed and Eddie directed every episode of that show. He stayed on board for the whole time. Rebecca Sugar was very, very hands-off, which I don't know if that was a good thing, because like she would have...
I'm completely ignorant when it comes to like who like directed each episode or who made like who wrote, or I guess not wrote, but storyboarded, each episode or whatever. Because like if it was an episode I like, I have no idea if she was a part of it or not. Because like there's very few that I really, really enjoyed. So I don't know maybe if she was just on for that one or whatever.
Well, yeah, I don't know if it would have been like good, because it doesn't even have to be good. It just has to be consistent. If like every episode of Steven Universe was directed by one person, it doesn't even have to be Rebecca Sugar. Like if someone else has a good vision for it, then fine, let him do it. But if it was one person directing everything, the show would have been unbelievably consistent, and it's really good.
I don't think Avatar: The Last Airbender would have been half as good if Aaron Ehasz wasn't a part of like a lot of those episodes.
Yeah, exactly.
Like he was literally like I think, I don't know if he created or like he was a big part of fucking Uncle Iroh's entire like dichotomy and personality.
Oh yeah, can I go? So I'm like ping-ponging around back and forth, but like in the terms of storyboard artists, like fight scenes. You want to talk about fucking fight scenes in this show?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You want to talk about how shitty like the flat, like I'm gonna fight on a flat environment in a fucking like desert or on a beach.
And it doesn't feel like there's a lot of like movement, just it feels like too like you ever seen like an animatic of a fight? It feels like it's still in that stage when they fight, like it's still really stiff.
A problem with like the studio they sent shit into is that they just started, like when they got a fight scene, they didn't put any like dynamic whatever the fuck into it. I didn't study animation. I don't know what the words are for stuff like that.
The fight in the ship with like Jasper, like I don't know, it was okay. I don't really have a lot of comment on that.
That was probably the baseline for like what a good fight in that show looked like.
Yeah, I kind of like the one on the beach. The one on the beach. There's a couple cool scenes.
There's a lot of fights on the beach.
Oh fuck yeah, sorry. It was the one. It was Ocean Gym. That's the one it was.
Yeah, if I'm gonna be honest, I think that's one of my favorite episodes.
Yeah, that one. I feel like that one really is like the best yin and yang with lore and also like the cute fucking episodic like hues of it because like I don't know. I feel like that's like the best melding of it because it still had Steven in his personality, but it also had Lapis like giving a lot of exposition about like who the people are or whatever and what they
Yeah,
did to
like
her.
just kind of teasing, like giving you a little like taste of like what is out there in the lore.
Yeah.
I think that actually is my favorite episode because it does a good job of like it's like the first time I know it's a season 1 episode. It's like kind of shitty for me to say a season 1 episode was my favorite
Yeah.
episode of the entire show, but it's like it gives you a taste of what the whole show could have been.
Yeah. And I hate listen, this is completely off topic from, literally everything, but I hate when people have this idea that like you can't like a main character or whatever when it's like in a like you can't like a main character in a show, but like sometimes they are the fucking best character. Like Walter White's my favorite character in Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, it's just completely off topic, but like yeah, I see what you're saying. I feel like that might be one of like the better episodes. My personal favorite was probably I guess the trial, just because of like a couple lines of dialogue that were really interesting, like especially towards the end and like a few shots. I don't know.
Oh,
Dialogue.
I was thinking the season 1 episode. I'm like, what the fuck? That's your favorite? No, I was thinking the test. That episode sucked. But the trial, yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, and I loved. God, the fucking Ocean Gym one. It made you think there were actual bad guys out there, but no, it was just misunderstood. Everybody's just misunderstood.
Fuck that, dude. Let's have like I want cartoons with real villains again.
I miss bad guys, yeah.
That's why I like Miraculous. I talked about that earlier. I like Miraculous Ladybug because the villain is just a fucking bad guy.
Yes, you finally still have like you actually have like a guy like and the thing is like it doesn't even have to be like 2D like two-dimensional like a bad guy. It just has to be someone who's doing something, I don't know, like evil, and like, doing it knowledgeably, knowing that they're fucking over somebody.
Yeah. And he has his ulterior motives. Like he has his dead wife he wants to bring back, but fucking the
bad guy.
Like he's literally going he's finding people who are already like at their lowest point and they're fucking like that they've been in a very long time, and he's fucking taking control of them and making them do even worse shit. That like you can't just be a good guy and say like, oh yeah, this is justified because I want my wife back. No, he's a bad guy.
That's also I get like she the like no I say she, but I don't know if Rebecca Sugar was entirely like responsible for this, but I get the feeling the show is trying to teach a lesson of everybody deserves forgiveness and a second chance, but like no, I don't think so.
At the same time, they have all this Nazi illusions, like Germany in World War II. Like the whole homeworld shit is all like fucking Third Reich kind of stuff.
Dude, like she literally slaughtered like thousands. That one chick, what's her face, White Diamond.
Yeah,
all of them did actually. Now that I think about it, they slaughtered like thousands of like intelligent lives.
And you know what it is the fact that gems. We've learned this in fucking Steven Universe Future. It was the worst. It was probably the most poorly handled thing in that show. Is that you could literally bring a fucking gem back after being shattered.
Oh, I hated that.
And that's the only reason you could forgive someone for literally killing people is if you could bring them back.
And there was no consequence either. Like she was brought back with her entire memories and everything.
I've said it before, but I feel like she should have just stayed shattered and not been able to be put back together.
I feel I think I said that a while ago. Like she just should have that would have been the best ending if she just stayed dead, because then like his actions would actually have consequences, and that would I get they were trying to get him to be like corrupted. That was like the finale. That would actually make sense why he would be, because he just killed somebody or whatever.
Mm-hmm. there's just no stakes to this show.
There's
Like,
no meaty, juicy steaks, dude.
yeah, no medium rare, no fucking.
It's fucking raw.
All right, I need to show you this. This is like the worst shit I've seen. This is the model sheet for Steven, and that little tag above that one on the far right, it says like, don't forget he's like a cartoon character, so you can just kind of make whatever proportions you want. Even in the
That's
model sheet, he's like off model.
especially the one right here in the middle where he's like cubey, and then the one all the way on the left where he's like doing some Mickey Mouse bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this! Look at this weirdly like I know this isn't sexual, but like it's a weirdly like flamboyant pose he's doing like in the
when he's facing away.
yeah, the second to last one. That's like some tracer shit.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
We're gonna have to cancel Cartoon Network for having this in their video game.
Oh,
You know how people try to like get Overwatch shut down, not get Overwatch shut down, but they try to like fucking cancel the shit because Tracer was showing her ass.
It's like almost like women have asses, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, did you know women have asses? It's you know what, dude. Like you can cut this out, but like something that like really is a connection, like a little neural lapse in my mind to that is like, you know how like a lot of like a lot of women like get really uncomfortable whenever they have that, and they're like, it's not cool at all, you know, why do they have to sexualize her like that or whatever. It reminds me exactly of like that those times Chris Chan hated whenever guys had their shirt offs or whatever, because and like saying that nobody liked it and it was disgusting, but like people were into it.
There are people who are into it. There's a time and place for fucking sexual like sexy looking characters. And you know, Blizzard has a history of that shit. Even fucking Widowmaker in Overwatch is like is literally a sex object.
Yeah, like the thing is like sometimes like especially with that one, she was literally just in tights. Like
Yeah.
that was the only thing. Like people can be in like I don't know, like clothing like that. It doesn't mean you know you're demeaning them.
Women wear yoga pants. That doesn't mean they're fucking trying to show off their ass. I mean, sometimes it does, but it doesn't, not
Some dudes,
necessarily.
like, some dudes wear like tank tops or whatever. Like, are they sexualizing men? Are they gonna storm the beaches or whatever?
No, I'm just sweaty when I'm jogging. I don't jog, but like, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Like some dudes just wear tank tops, some chicks wear fucking what's it called?
Fucking yoga pants or whatever.
Yeah.
All right, we kind of got way off topic.
We're talking about women's asses and how we objectify them.
So let's objectify someone in the show. Not objectify, but who's like the most attractive character in this show? It's a weird question.
There's not a lot of them because they're all like shaped like 10-year-olds.
Yeah.
There's nobody with Stevani. Is that fucked? Is that fucked to say?
I don't think so. Yeah, it's reasonable.
Like, she looks like a grown woman.
Yeah. I think like this is kind of like a, you know, oh, it was like fucking 16 or whatever, a cartoon crush. Oh boy. Lapis was like the only woman-looking woman on the show.
Yeah, or maybe Garnet, but like she just kind of like had a cube for a chest, really.
Yeah, it wasn't that great.
Definitely Onion, dude. Onion was the sexiest character.
True. What's the now on a more serious note? What's the best, like, most enjoyable character?
Maybe Peridot. I really liked Peridot.
Yeah, I think that's a good pick. I think in terms of like not even like main characters, but I think Jasper was really interesting.
I hated what they did to Jasper near the end.
Yeah, like in Future or like when she got corrupted.
In Future, I think Corrupted was kind of a cool idea, but they didn't really go anywhere with it.
Dude, I don't have the chat logs anymore, but I was in this Skype group and we were watching Steven Universe, and it was like 3 months before the episode came out, and I was like, I think Jasper's gonna like fuse with a corrupted gem, and then she's gonna get corrupted herself, and I fucking called it like 3 months before that happened.
I was a retard, couldn't see it coming.
Yeah. I don't have the chat logs anymore because I don't have my fucking Skype account. I don't remember my Skype password.
Hey, near that arc, like a character I forgot entirely existed, Smoky Quartz. I don't like her design.
I hate her design. I like the idea of that character,
Yeah,
but it was I don't fucking know.
it's not even like I hate her design. Like it's not because she's like I don't know, chubby or whatever, but like she's just round.
Yeah,
She's a literal ball. It's
just
not cool.
you can make like a fat character that's not just like a fucking
Yeah.
a ball.
Why didn't they just have her look like a bigger amethyst? Like
Yeah.
still like normal proportions, not a literal ball.
I think I think the like two arms on one side was kind of cool though.
Yeah, it was a cool idea because it was like what's it called? He was like half or whatever. I thought that was a cool idea. Yeah.
Yeah. The idea. Okay, I want to talk about weapons because like crystal gem weapons are really like a cool concept in that show,
Oh
and the smoky quartz like yo-yo is a fucking brilliant idea.
yeah.
Like I think yo-yos because historically like in fucking Japan or whatever, I think it was Japan or China. Yo-yos were designed as weapons originally that you could like pull back and be like real fucking
Sick.
stealthy about it.
It's kind of sick. Yeah. And yeah. It kind of plays into like her personality of being a little bit childish or whatever. I thought that
Yeah.
yeah, that was cool.
That's like one of my favorite lines in that episode, or it's like in the next episode, or it's like it's more than a weapon; it's a toy.
Yeah.
I thought that line was really good, and it shows how good the writing could be in this show, but it's so wasted so many
I don't know,
times.
Wes. We just got to get storyboard artists, man. We just
No,
can't
we
afford writers.
yeah.
Dialogue, fuck that shit, bro.
What's like a good like weapon? I like the idea of Amethyst having a whip too. Like
Yeah. I like how like she the one chick added shit to the end of their weapons, but like they only can. I didn't like how they only kind of use them sometimes. Like
yeah,
the one chick with a trident, Amethyst got like little balls at the end of her whip, and Garnet got like some like stab shit.
like fucking brass knuckles. That
Yeah.
seemed like such a pointless like thing to show off.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of shallow to say like I really like the weapons, but like that's really all I have to say about that is it's just a cool idea.
Yeah, it's a neat concept. Yeah, and I feel like it does a lot, but it like not better, but maybe it focuses on it like fusion. I kind of like that idea too. Like even
Yeah.
though that's kind of a Dragon Ball Z thing, but I like it. I like how it's done here a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and when it's like a person that's like a totally new person,
Yo, yeah,
um,
yeah. It's like a completely like unlike a Dragon Ball Z, they just kind of like color swapped a little bit, but like it's a completely new person in this one.
yeah, with like new personality, new voice, but it's like kind of fits as like a
Yeah.
combination of both.
I'm completely surprised that they were able to get literally Nicki Minaj like as a guest star.
They got her for one episode.
Oh yeah, they can't afford it for
No.
more. That's all that money that could be used getting more storyboard artists.
Yeah, it's true.
And and I'm not like shitting on storyboard artists. Like I really appreciate their work, but like it's just
Y-
they need to work. I feel like they work best in tandem with a writer.
Yeah. They can't really be doing. I think that's kind of what like ended up being a lot of the downfall for the production of the show was having one person basically do the entire job of like writing and like drawing an episode.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
I oh sorry, you're saying
that ends up being like the fucking Steven bombs. Like they slowed down the production so much that they're like, yeah, we can't do weekly episodes anymore. We gotta like fucking wait for a year.
what? I never understood that. Like
I
what was their strategy?
I
Like
swear it's because the show staff was behind on episodes.
I
Like, yeah, let's like save it for when we have all of them ready.
yeah. I feel like I feel like I just like you get people talking about it a little like for a while longer, and you get like more production time because like I'd be fine if it was just like for like I don't know how long is the season?
Um, I think it was like 26 episodes.
let's just say it's like 26 episodes. So let's say like you get like one hiatus, 26 episodes. That's at least a good 26 weeks to plan out and like coordinate, get the team together to really plan out fucking next season, right?
Yeah.
So you have another like a couple month hiatus after like that season ends, like maybe 3 or 4 or whatever. So you'll be ready to bust out the new episodes.
Mm-hmm.
But like that new show Invincible, I feel like having it like I miss kind of having like episodic, every week, like having something to look forward to, because like like at least from my perspective, like a long day of like school and work, you get home, you finally get to like just fucking chill out and just like wind out, watch your favorite show or whatever.
Yeah. From a business point of view, I've like considered this before, is that releasing episodes weekly is a way better strategy, because it's free advertising when you think about it, because you release an episode and then you have a week for people to advertise it for you on social media, or like from your own fucking your what do you call it, from people just saying like word of mouth. And
Yeah.
you get that every week. You get all this free fucking advertising from people just sharing it around. But then on a Netflix show, when they release the whole season at once, you get maybe like 2 weeks worth of people talking about it, and then you never hear about it again.
Oh yeah, like when they did that with like Stranger Things season, what was it, 3? You'd hear about it for like a couple weeks, and then it would really die down.
Yeah, you don't
and like having it, yeah, like you said, like having it like on a weekly basis, business perspective, like those people are doing your job for you. Like you literally can just sit back and watch the fucking money roll in, because that's how I got to watching a lot of shows, is because I saw all these people talking about it and like what they liked about it or whatever.
Consider Game of Thrones, the finale to Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
It wasn't a good finale, obviously, but like people were fucking hyped because they knew like this is exactly when it's coming out and shit like that.
There were memes, there was fucking bullshit, I don't know. But the point was that like the word was getting out there, so you'd get really high ratings.
Exactly.
I even watched the fucking finale and I'd never seen a single episode of the show.
Yeah. I seen the first episode. There were titties in it. It was pretty good.
It was pretty awesome. I watched the first episode with my mom and I regretted that shit.
Why? Because there were titties?
What, I don't know if it was the first or the second, but like the one chick was like fucking that guy. You can take this out.
Oh yeah, in the fucking like bell tower or whatever.
Yeah, with the it was the one with like the dragon eggs or something. Maybe it was a random episode my family was watching, but I feel like I walked in, like I was watching with my mom, and I walked in on her like watching the scene of this guy fucking this chick and seeing these 3 dragon eggs.
I don't remember that. Like, I don't think that was in the first episode. I don't fucking know.
It could have.
That's kind of awkward. You ever like watch shit with your parents, and it's like, you ever, or rather, like, have you ever like found something that you really enjoy and you like want to watch it with like your fucking parents, and it's just like. It's like they just look at it and it's like a joke happens and they just don't react.
Oh yeah, I hate when that happens with like parents or anybody you're trying to show something that you think is funny or you like, and they just like they're like stone faced and they get up to get something, you try to pause it and they're like, no, you can just let it run. Nothing makes my heart sink more.
That sucks.
It fucking blows.
Like, I've said sometimes, like, if I'm watching something with someone, it feels shitty to do this, but like just say out loud, like, I don't really like this.
Yeah,
but it hits less hard if someone just tells you.
Yeah, I feel like I'd be like, oh, how can you not, for like 2 seconds, and then we just change it and watch something else.
Yeah,
it saves me from like constantly like looking over like intently, like are you laughing?
I mean, if it's like a whole fucking show and you like lead them on to think that you're enjoying it, then like you're basically committing yourself to a fucking like entire show's worth of bullshit that you don't want to watch.
Yeah, I would commit to maybe an episode that I really liked if I wanted them to get into it.
That's a thing, is like when I've watched shows, I find like, and I like get into it and I want to watch, or I want people to watch it with me. It's like I come up with a good episode that I feel like is a good jumping off point. This is a bad example. I mean, it's a pretty good example because fucking it's such a weird thing to introduce to people. But when I watched My Little Pony, I had this one episode that was like, yeah, if I want to show this to someone, if someone's open to me showing it to them, then this is the episode I would show it.
Wait, did you actually like watch My Little Pony? Like, did you ever?
No,
No, I'm not even fucking with you. Like, did you?
no,
Like, I don't care.
I did. It was all right. It was like
Was
a
it okay? I tried to get into it, but I just couldn't fucking. It was so. I got it. Just like got on my nerves so bad.
season one blows. I'll say it. I'll put it that way.
Was it good lore wise? Because like
It
I almost,
was, dude. That's kind of what kept me going. Is that there's like fucking magic and shit, and there's like history.
like because I watched a couple of your reviews about fucking Miraculous Ladybug. There looks like there's some good lore or whatever, but like I watched the first episode and I fucking cringed hard.
The lore of that show is really shallow. I'm more for that one. I'm more in it for the characters because
Yeah.
there's like it's weird to be invested in characters like that though because I've never been invested in a fucking fictional romance this hard. A romance that doesn't even exist.
Oh yeah, I'm a sucker for romance, even if it's shitty. Because you know, I'm not mature. Like there was literally one from a shitty '90s anime that I'm rewatching. Yeah, I was really into when I was like 12. Please Teacher. I don't know why. It's just like there's like one like side character romance that I was weirdly invested in for no reason.
Yeah.
Remember when this is about Steven Universe?
Yeah, I don't really. This is disorganized. But I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
This is kind of what I
Okay.
wanted to happen.
Fuck it. This is it. This is Steven's eulogy, and we're saying fuck you.
Oh yeah. Back to fusions, I guess. You know what I hated?
Whatever. I didn't mean to derail you from that.
Yeah, don't worry about it. The fusions. I feel like the ending was as good as the ending. You know, change your mind. As good as that episode was, it felt rushed.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I feel like the last like 5 minutes of that episode were really fucking good, but everything else before that felt so like I don't know, they just didn't have it planned out properly.
My ideal ending to it would have been like I really like that part, you know, them all sitting on the beach with the ukulele, like just like in the intro or whatever. I thought that was cute, like his like little song and like, you know, whatever. I don't remember if it was Shooting Star, but you know, have that shit if you want. And I think that would have been a good like little cap off. And then I think Futures should have ended with the movie. Like it should have
Yeah.
been that for because like him, like I like the fact that he left for whatever for like a road trip or whatever. I like that ending, like him saying goodbye or whatever. But I wish that would have been with like the movie. Like that would have been the end.
They really could have fit that in somehow at the end of the movie where it's like, yeah, I'm done with adventures for a little while. I'm just gonna fucking take a road trip.
Yeah, go visit Connie at. Fuck, take that.
Yeah, that's not going in.
Yeah, take that out. That was so bad.
That's gonna be a big Keemstar screaming moment.
That's a Keemstar with my hands up on live TV.
Yeah. I feel like
Connie at college or whatever.
Yeah. I feel like Steven Universe Future shouldn't have existed. I don't really like need to criticize that show because like the whole existence, it feels so unnecessary.
Shouldn't have existed. Steven Universe shouldn't exist.
Like even I could even extend that. The movie was really good, but I could extend it to the movie as well as like it. Change Your Mind was such a good ending.
Yeah, I don't understand why the movie wasn't just like a. I don't understand why all the because like the ending of Steven Universe Future looks so fucking like it looks so. Am I weird in thinking it kind of looked cheap?
I don't think so. I think you might be right.
It looks weird, right? Like
yeah,
like the big. Wouldn't it be fucking awesome with him as like that huge monster thing with like a way high up like fucking budget?
Yeah, like it felt like how people were disappointed. I don't watch Attack on Titan, but people were disappointed that they made the Colossal Titan CGI. But like imagine like that, but it was like a fucking hand drawn. Every frame was hand drawn with the giant fucking fusion climbing that monster.
God, like I think it was like maybe Panning and Stalking or like Fooly Cooley where like they were running up a giant monster. Wouldn't that be fucking sick watching them do that or whatever?
Yeah. There's a lot of missed out. I think that the movie should have been like scrapped and Change Your Mind should have been the movie.
I would have watched that. Yeah, that would have been a. I feel like yeah, like TV show movie should like be a cap off.
That was how Ed, Ed and Eddie ended. It was a whole movie, and it was so
Yeah,
fucking. It's literally the best
it was
ending to a
great.
cartoon I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was great. It proves that it could do it. Yeah.
I kind of like everything. Anytime I start talking about shows, it's gonna be about Steven Universe bad, Ed, Ed and Eddie good.
It's like I feel like, just like if you guys want to take anything from this, anyone who's listening, yeah, Ed and Eddie is shit. Steven Universe is way better. I mean, I'm sorry. It's just fact.
Ugh.
Like, listen, okay. I really need to preface, like, I love Steven Universe. Like, it's what got me into art, and I still like watching some clips, and I still like, pondering like the characters in my head, scratching beard emoji or whatever.
Yeah,
But I'm man enough. I'm big enough. I'm a little big boy now. I can admit that, so like, especially with the diamonds and shit, and especially with like rose quartz, like I would have handled it very differently.
yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
I feel like I kind of have the same thing as like Steven Universe really got me into the idea like I want to make my own show. So I
Yeah.
like came up with Biotype Alpha, which it takes a lot of inspiration from Steven Universe. Like it takes it mostly from season 1 where it's just an adventure story.
Hmm.
But like it's also kind of follows Steven Universe the show as a guide of like what not to do for production.
Oh
Because,
yeah.
like, I'm already saying, like, there's gonna be side character episodes that just don't have the main character in there.
Yeah, and like little nuggets of like I love like background shit. Like especially like there's a couple of episodes of Steven Universe that do this. Like whenever they're in temples, they don't need to like directly like explain lore through exposition. Sometimes it can just be like statues or like backgrounds
Oh,
or
yeah, the
like
fucking,
like
like, inverted pyramid in season 1 had all these, like, hieroglyphics of, like, rose quartz and shit, like,
yeah,
having wars.
that was
That
awesome.
was good stuff, but, like, yeah, it's really good world building. I don't even know, there's, like, nothing bad about that. I'm, like, trying to find something bad, but that's just a good thing.
That's a great way to like naturally introduce like so even story elements too. Like I'm pretty sure I can't think of the cartoon, but I'm pretty sure there's like shit in the background that comes up way later.
Hmm.
Ah,
Then again, it pisses me off when characters don't explain shit.
yeah. Oh, when they expect you to know something important, I hate.
Yeah, there's a character again in Biotype Alpha that I'm gonna use who's like kind of the smart character of like who's all like techie and shit. And he like knows the history of certain places. So like main character's gonna ask him like, "Hey, what's this all about?" And he's gonna fucking explain it because
Mhm.
you can't just have lore and not explain it.
Yeah, I'm making like I want it to I'm doing kind of two things right now. I'm writing a pilot for a show, but I'm also making like a webtoon because I'm a huge I'm a huge dork goobus nerd,
Mm-hmm.
and the webtoon is like something I'm into something, and like I know it's not very good, but it's like I'm trying. I'm doing that thing where I'm roughly making something, and I'm trying to like construct it as best with my limited knowledge as I can. I'm gonna put it out there, and I already know that like that's one of the problems. Like I really want to get across like naturally as possible like what's going on in the story.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I
I
mean,
really
you can have characters explain shit, but you can't just
yeah.
you can't
Oh
like
yeah.
force it, where it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah, I don't know how to explain that properly. I don't know how to word it.
I get what you're saying though. Yeah, just like natural exposition. Like it's like it has to sound like a natural conversation somebody would have.
Hmm.
It can't be like, man, I remember that superhero attack like 3 years ago where Ultraman and the one guy fought and it was over the nobody would say that. I'd be like, you remember that crazy shit that happened 3 years ago? Broke my fucking car.
And then like someone wouldn't say it like, wait, explain that. What happened?
Yeah, it was a superhero guy. Yeah, he's some asshole threw another guy in my car.
And that's all you have to do. That's the entire like explanation. That's all you
Oh,
have to fucking do.
I love writing dialogue. I think that's my favorite thing to write. I don't
Uh,
really like doing like narrative stuff. I like just doing dialogue to people talking.
That's something I want to do in Biotype Alpha. I don't know how easy it would be to do, but to have the voice actors record in like the same room, the same booth. They don't do that very often with cartoons anymore, but it seems like it would make for really good dialogue.
They really need to do that too, like in a lot of like anime, like dub actors, they do fine like acting wise, but sometimes the pronunciation of the names they pronounce it like 10 different ways, so it sounds
Yeah.
unnatural. Fuck.
I gotta say, anime dubs have gotten way better in the past like 10 years.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Panty and Stalking is like still one of my favorites.
I haven't finished that show. I've watched like the first few episodes.
Okay, uh, you're going to be very disappointed on episode 13. It's a good episode. It's a great finale, but like there's just one part that you're gonna hate at the very end.
Sick. I'm excited.
Oh, the finale is so fucking sick, dude. Like I was talking about earlier. Like I think it's like, is it Gynex? It's somebody like that. It's like really high production, like fight scene.
Mm. Yeah, I'd like keep trying to like rope it back to Steven Universe, but it feels like a shitty. I'm editing this. I can fucking cut it in however I want.
I can do what I want.
I do what I want, Mom.
I don't want chicken nuggies.
What's your least favorite episode? I guess we talked about our favorite episode, which mine was Ocean Gem.
Least favorite episode. It has to be a towny episode, but
Yeah.
it has to be like an egregious one. You know.
I know the exact one. It's a towny episode for me.
Say yours, and then I'll say mine after.
Mine is it's such a like disgrace on the name too. It's Kiki's Pizza Delivery Service. Where
You
fucking
hate that one?
I hate that one where Steven goes into like the brain, like in the dreams of the fucking pizza delivery girl, and like nothing happens.
Yeah, that one's pretty bad.
Nothing fucking happens, dude. There's so much filler. Everyone like the fandom of Steven Universe says like, oh, there's no filler, but half the episodes are filler, dude. There's no getting around that.
Was there literally? Am I high, or was there literally just one about Onion and his friends? Take that one
Yeah,
out.
yeah, that one exists. I
that one
forgot
out.
about that one.
I feel like that one's the most egregious because it's just so fun. Like, there's nothing to it. There's no point. It's a waste of ink on paper.
Mhm.
It's not even ink on paper. It's a waste of fucking digital space. like, there's a problem when there are certain episodes you could take out and never know the effects of it.
Yeah. There's a lot of people. I don't know if you've encountered. I don't know how much of the Steven Universe fandom you've encountered. Probably more than I have actually. But there's a lot of people who say there is no filler in Steven Universe.
That's Ostrich Cock's famous quote.
Yeah. I've literally had people say like, if every episode has some meaning because there's like character development. The characters don't develop, they don't change. You can go through like 6 episodes in a row and it won't make a difference and just erase them from the series.
No, Wes, they cried. So that means they're forgiven. They cried. Wes, come on.
Yeah, it's
They
like
cried.
character
remember that
development through crying.
You remember that one time that literal dictator, committer of genocide cried? Come on, now it's fine. that literal space tyrant cried. Come on.
Yeah, it's okay. It's character development.
Ruined tons of people's lives. Probably killed somebody's like lover or spouse. But no, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, you can't have. I guess that's a thing that I can complain about in like character development. People slap the term character development onto just about anything when a character has like an emotional scene. You can't just have a character cry and then have their personality completely flip like 180 in the next scene.
They have to develop, not fucking flip. Yeah.
Yeah. They can't just fucking change immediately. That's what happened in the end of the show. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, like Space Hitler, she's good now. Don't worry about it.
Fine. She's fine. It's okay, guys. It's okay.
Mm.
I really wish maybe like I know they don't want to kill. Like I think that's like the one thing they were trying to show, like how killing is senseless and wrong or whatever. But like I don't know. Like they literally have an alternative. It's like bubbling. Like why didn't they just like I remember say what you will about Ostrich Cox, he introduced kind of a cool idea of Steven Universe having an entire show full of people that you can forgive, but it would have been interesting to have the one that he like Steven just couldn't find a reason to forgive, the white bitch or whatever, the white diamond.
Yeah, I feel like that could have been done at the end of The Last Airbender too.
Yeah.
Where they actually literally explained it as like you have to kill him, and then
Yeah, and
he found a way
did.
around it.
Yeah, that's the one part I didn't like, because like everybody in his like memories, I thought that was kind of cool. Like I thought it was cool even when the chick who was still like, who was a part of like his nation or whatever, like she was still like, you got to put everything, even your faith or even your like beliefs and your philosophy, you got to put it aside for the sake of the benefit of everyone, because like
as the Avatar you have a bigger responsibility than your fucking like political opinions or whatever.
yeah.
I don't think killing someone is a political opinion, but at the same time, this is literally a king.
Yeah. It's literally a tyrant who's murdered baby. Who's literally literally someone who slaughtered. Well, he didn't do it, but he probably would have done it. He slaughtered like innocent like airbender children.
Yeah, he literally wiped out villages.
He wiped out an entire kind of people. Also, I don't understand. Like I listen, I really like Avatar or whatever, but I still don't understand what like his like idea of like, okay, if I take them all out, then it's gonna be fine. But then no, it would just go to the water people.
Yeah.
And then what, are you gonna wipe them all out too?
Well, the idea was that like if you kill the Avatar during the Avatar state, then the Avatar fucking dies forever.
But he was just gonna kill a baby.
I don't know.
Maybe it was like, would have thrown the cycle out of balance because there's no more airbender for it to go to.
Maybe
that, because I don't know if you read the comics, but I read them, and like he he made a promise to the one guy, to Roku, or no, not to Roku, to Zuko, if he ever started turning out like his dad, that he'd kill him. Because Zuko said, like, if I ever turn out like my asshole father, please kill me. And he starts kind of my head. Yeah. Like he kind of starts doing similar shit, but like not exactly in that way. But Roku says, "Yeah, you gotta kill him, dude." And then he's like, "Oh, I don't want to kill him. He's my friend." So he literally like stops his connection to Roku, and that causes him his entire like he's not able to bend right because he like cuts off that part of himself.
Oh,
and
weird.
Yeah. You got to keep the cycle, even if it's something you don't like.
Fuck. What if there's an interesting dynamic to that? Like, what if the fucking airbenders in like after Legend of Korra, like they just never had kids after that, and then there were no more airbenders. Well, actually, never mind. That doesn't fucking work because they like fucked that all up in Korra.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. I didn't like the like creation of new airbenders.
But like, what if that never happened? Like, and they killed Aang. Like, what if when the Avatar got back to an airbender, it would like force a new airbender into existence?
Damn! Oh,
they,
no.
like an airbender being born to like a fucking like firebender or something.
Yeah, they kind of did that, but it didn't really matter because there were already airbenders. But yeah, that would have been a cool idea if like Aang didn't have any kids that were able to airbend.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been that would have been a really cool idea. And like in that, I don't want it to have anything. I wouldn't have wanted to have anything to do with like the Avatar spirit or whatever, because I fucking hate that shit. I fucking hated that, like the fact that like she killed the spirit or whatever,
yeah,
and now
fuck that. That's dumb.
Yeah, I know. Like stories are supposed to have stakes and consequences, but am I the only one who thinks that's fucking stupid and awful?
I don't think the Avatar spirit should have been like a thing you could see. I think it should have just been like a concept.
Yeah. She like that was the whole point, is that she was the bridge or whatever. Yeah. But it turned out it was just a separate thing entirely.
That it was just two spirits in one fucking person.
Yeah, it was just a spirit slipping up somebody's ass. You know, it wasn't actually her being a bridge. You know,
yeah.
Like, and even then, like I thought maybe like even if they did that, she's no longer allowed to like she can't like connect to her past lives or whatever. Yeah. I thought an idea would have been at least cool to have like maybe a future Avatar down the line being like, I always had this cool idea of like them trying to talk to their past lives, but it's just her, and she's like, yeah, sorry, like she's like, sorry, I broke the connection. You can talk to me though. Like I kind of like that idea of like them having like a connection or whatever. Like a little like a dialogue. Like since she's the only one they can converse with.
Oh
And
yeah,
how that,
like what if they're I like that idea. What if in the
yeah.
future, in like the next thing, the Earthbender dude is like, he's being trained by all the people who like they don't realize that that avatar connection or whatever got severed or some shit, and then
Yeah.
he like goes into the meditative state, and then Korra's there, and she's just like yeah, it's only me.
Yeah, and she's like kind of like guilty about it, but she's like she still wants to help him or whatever. Like I
Yeah.
thought that was such a cool idea. And she's like old and shit or whatever. I don't know, but even then, yeah, you know how like that's an interesting idea, right? That's cool.
Yeah.
Can't fucking happen. Apparently, it's not canon. Like no other avatar after her is able to connect to any past lives.
That's retarded. Come
That's
on.
fucking stupid, right? They set up an idea for a cool thing, but then they just fucking didn't do it.
Man, it would have been cool to have like a one-on-one, like a fucking like phantom
And
you could talk to.
yeah, and it's like I even kind of liked like not like kind of like a mentor student like a relationship kind of thing. Like I thought like that would be cool. Like her being his like Yoda or whatever.
All right, here's a question. This is kind of related to this. Have you watched My Hero Academia?
I have.
Have you seen? Have you been like trying to keep up with it or nah?
I got up to like middle of the second season.
Oh.
I really need to rewatch it.
Do you care if I spoil shit?
No, just go ahead. I don't really
Okay,
care.
this is probably gonna go in the video. This is turned into the Avatar. This is like the like last fucking segment of this video is gonna be
So the
just
last
Avatar and
Airbender
shit.
podcast.
The what do you call it? So you know how like the whole like power that the main character got was like handed down to him, and like that like fucking All Might got that power handed down to him, and so on.
Yeah.
They had the fucking Avatar state kind of thing, where
Yeah.
like in a certain episode where like the previous fucking holders of that power like kind of showed up in his mind, was like, this I held this power before you, and
Yeah.
shit like that. And also like it's interesting because there's only like 7 people. There isn't a whole fucking like history of it. There's not many people who had it. There's also the fact that he gets more than one power, which is cool.
Yeah, it's
all like the previous holders.
God, I hate like the wasted potential. That's worse than even bad media. That's really what it comes down to.
Yeah, that's a show that I really fucking like the lore for. That's why I keep watching My Hero Academia, is because it has really good like fucking powers and shit.
I kind of like the concept of him like yeah, I kind of like the idea of like him kind of proving himself to the one guy. Like I think I watched the dub originally. I think I watched a little bit of the sub because it hadn't come out with the dub yet. But
Yeah.
one of the dub lines I really like was it has no, it really doesn't have much to do with like bloodlines or histories or whatever, but it has to do with like him kind of standing up for himself against the blonde-headed asshole.
Yeah.
I don't know, like when they're in the buildings or whatever, and they were like they first got their costumes. I really like that, like the line delivery from the dub actor about like his nickname, like Deku is the name of a hero. I thought that was
yeah.
that was a really fucking cool
There's
line.
a lot of good. I think that show is actually like a really good example of like all the potential that could be there actually being like used.
Yeah,
Except for the fact that because they're like doing everything they possibly can, the show moves like a fucking slug, snail's pace.
It moved like a. I hate that. I hate that word slug. It's like a disgusting slimy slug. Have you seen Demon Slayer?
I haven't. I've heard about it.
Okay, it's pretty, like it's a pretty show, and it's entertaining to watch. But you're gonna get so fucking pissed with how like they are very fucking loosey goosey with their rules. They just do not give a fuck. They just don't. They don't give a fuck about their own rules.
That's what I like about fantasy shows, is when you have like a magic system, but you have to have a good rule for it. And I think Steven Universe, for not explaining it very well, it was pretty well done, like how fusion and shit works.
Yeah. except mentioned earlier, like being able to literally come back from death.
Yeah, that's fucking dumb.
There was literally like there were like they try to do you mind if I, well, it's not really a spoiler, it happens in the first episode, but the one girl becomes like a demon, right? And this guy kind of like puts a spell on her to where she doesn't need to eat people, but she has to sleep a lot, which is that's okay. Like
Yeah.
I can kind of understand that, but he does this thing also where he thinks all demons are like she thinks all demons are like the enemy or whatever, and all humans are like her family, because they like it's the main character's sister, so she thinks that like all of humanity is like her family, so she won't want to fucking eat them or anything, right?
Yeah.
And but literally, like they literally fucking find some demons later on, and she just doesn't give a fuck that they're there. Like she like, and every other instant she tries to kill them, but just because like the writer didn't want her to kill this specific group of them, she doesn't do anything.
That's fucked. When I like watch a fantasy show and it's just like, oh yeah, by the way, like this is possible, or like by the way, you can't do this anymore.
Yeah, even though it was explicitly said that this is the rules.
Yeah. I can't remember. Like, I remember at some point in a show, I don't think it was Steven Universe, it was something else where they said, like, yeah, you can't do this, and then, they do it anyway.
And they did it.
It was probably, like, Full Metal Alchemist or something. I don't know.
I haven't even seen Full Metal. I watched, like, the first episode of Brotherhood, I think.
Brotherhood's pretty good.
I know about the fucking dog girl, that's about it.
That's a good meme there.
That's a good fucking 2010 meme. I still love that fucking meme. Like where they're doing the Dragon Ball Fusion dance.
God damn it, I'm getting emails. It's fucking making noises on my computer.
The emails ask if you are enjoying Pornhub and then saying that you'd love Pornhub Live.
Yes, I have a thing that says, yeah, Pornhub Live. Your Pornhub account will already work with it. Yeah, I'll look at this later. Anyway, I think the only thing left that I wanted to talk about is the fandom, like the Steven Universe fandom.
You mean a literal tumor on the internet?
Yeah. Weirdly enough, I haven't, as much as I've like done fucking Crystal Sins and shit, I haven't been exposed to the fandom as much as like a lot of people have.
They're very even people who are probably older than me, now that I think about it, but like they're very childish. Like I'm not saying this about all. Like I'm a Steven Universe, like I'm kind of a part of that, but like a lot of times they will not accept like an alternate opinion, especially about the show.
Yeah.
Like you all have to be congruent in thinking it's amazing.
I kind of get that in the comments of fucking Crystal Sins, and like a lot of people, I like say shit that's like a genuine criticism of the show, and people get really pissed off about it. But it's a YouTube comment, so who fucking cares?
Yeah.
Don't unsubscribe. I read the comments. Don't worry.
Guys, he doesn't read the comments. He told me before the video started he hates all of his fans.
Man, you outed me. Now I have to edit that out of the video, and it'll never hear the light of day.
Oh, here's the real recording right here. Oh, my name's Wes. I hate all my fans. It's a real
Man,
recording.
that was a good recording. I can't believe
right?
you got that. I don't know where you got that from.
I just pulled it out of my ass right now.
Just have like a cassette tape up there.
Yeah, I have a lot of shit up there. Literally.
Man, I bet it takes you hours to get through airport security.
Oh, dude, believe me. Like they literally they fish up there for hours with like elbow deep, but they can't find it.
Yeah, other than the fandom being a piece of shit, because every fandom is a piece of shit to some extent.
Mm-hmm.
But like that's all I got. How do we end this off?